Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. So today's video is more of a sit-down video. Today I'm going to be giving you a little bit of another story time with me. So this one's not as life-threatening as the first one was. This is more of just a little funny story I have from my past. So this is about, I don't know, how long ago? A couple years to be exact, most likely. I'm guessing. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. But the story is about how I almost caused a car crash. Oh wait, I guess that is kind of like the first one. Yeah, I've done a lot of dumb stuff. So let's dive into it, shall we? So this is back in 2018. I was in a boarding school at the time, and obviously when you're in boarding school, everybody knows the demographic over there. It's not all actual studies or hard work, or you're actually groomed to become better. You just mess about away from your parents without getting caught is all. And I was actually my second year there. My first year I was more or less a wuss. I didn't say or do anything because I was too busy crying the entire time. But yeah, my backpack fell down. Anyways, but this story is more about like when I used to come home. So the second year I obviously was hanging out with a bunch of people, trying to find my niche, find a group that I could hang out with and all that stuff. And I ended up finding a group. I did, and these guys, we all did. I smoked cigarettes a little bit, been back and forth, and they did a bit of stuff. So I tried it. I was like, oh, I want to do it. It was one of the best funny things I've seen me do, because like they recorded my experience afterwards. But rest assured, we go on to a couple months after I've been doing it. It's time for me to go home. So obviously I was in the phase where I was learning to drive. I wasn't allowed completely yet, but I was learning how to do it. So one day my driver came to pick me up. It was me and my brother, and I was like, okay, I want to drive. I told him on the phone. This is like an hour or so before he even came to the school to pick me up, and I was so excited that I actually told one of my mates, and he's like, oh, that's big for you, isn't it? I'm like, yes it is. It's alright. Do you wanna do the stuff? I'm like, yes. I was excited. I mean, it was kind of dumb now that I think back on it, but at the moment I wasn't thinking straight, was I? But I said I want to try it. I was like, oh yes, and they were like, alright, cool. So they gave me some stuff, I made it, I did it, and for the next 30 minutes I kept doing it, and then like the last hour I was just enjoying the stuff. And literally, this is like 5 minutes before I leave, the guys here were all my brothers, put all the stuff in the car, just waiting on me. I'm like, oh, I'm just coming down, we gotta say something with my mate. Nobody knew what I was doing, so I went back up and I had one more, and then I came down and we set off. So in the school, if you're caught driving, they will actually I'll get in trouble for it. So I had to went away outside the gates of the school and onto the motorway, which is like basically the clean straight road for us all the way back home. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna drive. We get on there, we pay the toll tax, and we're onto the motorway, and then I grab the wheel. And I just learned about cruise control, so I was just like, I drive the car up to about 94 to 98 cruise control, and then that's it. Because this was me the entire time. I couldn't sit straight. My head was on a swivel. But then came the funnier part. 4 cars passed by us, and they were like honking crazy, because I was in the fast lane, but I was actually going quite slow. I didn't know I had my cruise control turned off. The car was actually decelerating. The driver was on the front seat, and my little brother was asleep in the back. So this goes on for another half a kilometer before he knows, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh shit, I don't know, I blacked out or something. And then I wake up, I drive again, and then I drive so fast, I press down like proper onto the gas pedal, and it just like car flies, and I'm like this close to another car, an accident happening, and I press the brake. Car jerks, the guy accelerates just in the right time, and like we stop in the middle, it slowed down, his car's gone, and then I move to the middle lane, which is like for average speed to like slow speeds. It was in this corner, so I go into that lane and I start driving. Guy didn't say anything, he honked, but he was like, oh, it's okay, right? I do it again. This guy's he's in the middle lane as well, because obviously he does not want to get caught in that trouble. He thought that I was going fast and he was in the wrong lane, but in fact I didn't know what I was doing. So we get into the other lane, and I do the same thing again, only this time I think I scraped the front bumper of our car, not hit theirs. Not theirs like majorly, ours got a bit of a scratch, and that woke me up, like that shrug off all the stuff, and I was like, oh no, this is not good. I brake again, and this time the car, instead of letting us pass by him like he did last time, he starts banging on the horn. Has his friend comes out the window, he's like, go to like the rest area and stuff like that. Like he's proper pissed off right now, and understandably so. Like obviously I almost could have killed both of us, so yeah. But I like try to avoid it, like I keep going straight, and it gets to the point where the guy's getting more and more violent, and he's like brake checking us again and again, to the point where my driver, and like before everybody's like, what was the driver doing this entire time? So the driver's been screaming at me, he's like, just pull over, I'll take over now. I'm like, no, it's okay, I just had a bad bump. And then comes the funnier part. Once I was actually like I was getting brake checked, the driver started panicking. He was like, okay, that's enough, you have to give me the wheel now. So once he started asking for the wheel, I started to panic a bit more, and then I ended up like caving in. I was like, okay. Take the car quickly to the side area, where you can just stop if you in case of an emergency. The guy in front of us does the same. We stop, and the guy is still over there. He's waiting for us to get out of the car, and we had to get out because obviously we had to change seats. But once the driver saw that, he's like, don't get out of the car. I'm like, okay. We wait for a couple minutes, and two guys come out. One of the guys is actually holding a handgun. I shot myself. I literally shot myself. They come up to the driver's side of the window, they see me, and then they see the driver, and then the gun guy goes to the driver's side, and the other guy comes to me and he's like screaming at me like, you गाड़ी नहीं चलानी आती, like you don't know how to drive, why are you even here? तेरी वजह से भी कुछ हो जाता तो क्या करते हम? If something happened because of you, what would we do? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm still learning, so you can all be नया. And my driver's like, गलती हो गई है, माफ कर दो बच्चे, नहीं होता. Like he's a kid, he made a mistake, it won't happen again, I'm taking over the wheel now. And obviously in this thing he's calm, I'm calm, but obviously they can tell that we're a bit panicked because we saw the handgun in the first place. So we say sorry, I say sorry for the next like 5 minutes. The driver just stops talking to them. After like 5 to 10 minutes they actually give up, and they like let up, and they're like, alright, go, get out of it. I'm grateful that they let me go. I quickly get out, I go into the thing, and then we head off. And for the next like 30 minutes of the journey, I was like in a state of shock. My little brother woke up. He doesn't know anything that's happened, right? He's like, what is going on? Why is the driver lecturing you about a car crash and stuff like that? I'm half mortified because of this, and I'm just sitting over there contemplating what could have happened if like he wasn't there, or if I didn't get off. But that's like one of the most, has to be one of the most scary encounters for me. Like imagine guys getting almost, holy, imagine something like this happening. It was scary, it was frightening, but it happens to best of us. So yeah, that's all for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to like and subscribe, comment if you are new. We have been growing rapidly for a couple of days, for the past couple of days now, and it really means the world to me, and it's helping me pursue this little dream I have of making YouTube into a full-time career, and I'm really grateful for you all for helping me achieve it. Other than that, it's been Hamad. Hope you guys have enjoyed.